One. Hello again, Morality fans. We are coming to you live via pre-recording to talk to you about the latest updates in our tournament. We are on to the Sweet 16 today. So let's see who's out in the lead and who is making it on to the future rounds. We have results for you. Advancing from the East, we have Team White, Team Sarvis, Team Watson, and Team Schaefer. Mr. Sleichert, any thoughts on this bracket and which of these four do you expect to advance to the Final Four?
Well, I have a feeling that you might see the advance coming out of Sarvis and White.
Oh, interesting. We shall see. We shall see, Morality fans. Next up, moving out to the West, we have advancing Team Sinello, Team Murphy, Team Murguia, and Team Griswold. I can say, having looked through this bracket, this was a tough corner of the bracket. Any one of these teams is primed to move on. They have fought their way through some challenging matchups. Moving now to the North, we have advancing Team Miller, Team Maniquez, Team Martin, and Team Hansen. Ms. Steinmeier, thoughts here?
I think all teams are doing great work here. I know Brother Trout and I were impressed with your videos. I'm, of course, rooting for third period, but I know that there's a lot of great work across the board.
That's right. Team Hansen's still alive. We'll see how far they can go. Finally, to the south, we have Team Geezer, Team Zawaki, Team Gibbons, and Team Davila. Sleichert, any thoughts?
There's one team there that, without naming them, I think the only reason they moved on is because they really didn't have much of a challenge. But I'm not going to say who that is. Certainly, one of the things that I've run across and has really surprised me is that all the teams that I've looked at have overlooked one real great benefit that they could be taking advantage of. And I'm not going to say what that is, except it is a wickedly good government advantage.
Mm-hmm. Hint, hint, yes. In the next round, all budget changes are up for grabs. So if you just bought 4 cloth diapers and think that's going to make it through the week with your washing, you might think again, right? That's not going to go so hot. So we have a surprise, though. Before we move on to what the challenges will be in the next round, we have a wild card participant. This is actually the Sweet 17. Team Stalick is going to be advancing on to the next round, in part because we made a mistake and overlooked something in the first place, but they are advancing in. Should any team not submit their video on time, Team Stalick will swipe in. Otherwise, they're going to land randomly, and we'll see how that goes. But now, we need to go back. These teams need to find out what they have to deal with in this next round. Life is about to get even worse. So, although it might get a little bit better too. So let's jump back. I've got here a lovely bucket of challenges. First up for Team White. Oh, hooray. You've just gotten a government stimulus check of $3,400 for your family to help you get through COVID. That's going to be great. Except.
I wish I could get that.
Oh, what? Mr. Sleichert, what do you think?
I wish I could get that.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great? Except, unfortunately, your father has just passed away, and you have to travel to Georgia for the funeral and pay for half the coffin. But fortunately, all the other funeral expenses have been covered, so you're lucky there. But, oh, good luck with that coffin, Team White. Next up, Team Sarvis. Oh, no. Or, oh, yes, you've been promoted. You are offered a promotion to lower management. Excellent. Where you will now make $17.25 an hour rather than $15. That's great. Except it is just enough to disqualify you from most SNAP and Medicaid benefits. So will you take the job or not? That's up to you to decide. Ms. Steinmeier, any thoughts there?
I think that there's going to be some tough number crunching and good problem solving. Looking forward to seeing what we come up with.
All right. Next up for Team Watson. Oh, car maintenance. Your suspension is shot. You have to pay $1,100 to repair or buy a new car. Don't forget licensing fees. And you need to do this quickly because Amazon has offered you 10 hours of overtime to get through from Thanksgiving to New Year's. And overtime pay is time and a half. So you're going to be making $22.50 an hour for those extra 10 hours to help meet the holiday rush. Mr. Slater, what do you think? Is this going to help them out?
Well, I think a lot of it is going to depend upon whether this takes them out of qualification status for some of the government programs they might be in. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I don't know. Cars, yeah, I hate cars, but what are you going to do?
Cars are an obnoxious part of life, aren't they? All right. Finally, for Team Schaefer, congratulations. You've gotten a second income. Both of you now work for Amazon, and conveniently, you work the same shift, so you can carpool together to work. So your salary's doubled. Good luck finding cheap childcare. Any tips on this? How do you find a cheap babysitter for an 18-month-old child?
Yeah, good luck is right.
All right. Moving on. Out west. Oh, Team Sinello, you've just been fired. Unfortunately, you missed a couple calls from your boss and kept missing work. So, sorry, you're out of a job now. And unfortunately, in the middle of a pandemic, finding a new job is not going so well for you. But you do have that government $3,400 COVID relief check coming your way. And so you're going to have to adjust on unemployment for the next 6 months. Good luck to you. Ms. Steinmeier, any thoughts on this turn of events for them?
I think it's worth doing some reading about unemployment benefit payouts this year. Sometimes those take a while. Sometimes you're not eligible. It's worth looking at those circumstances and thinking about what might impact your household.
Excellent, excellent. All right, now for Team Murphy. Hey, I have some great news for you. Your kid shows promise. Your 7-year-old has shown tremendous soccer potential. They might even be able to make it to the pro leagues one day. But are you going to stop them from pursuing their dream because you just didn't have money in your budget for child sports and activities? Well, here's your new chance. How many hours are you going to have to work for Uber Eats on the evenings and weekends to get your kid through club soccer? Best of luck figuring it out. Mr. Slater, what do you think? Are they going to be able to pull it off?
Well, at least it's not hockey.
That's true. Hockey, that's a pricey one. We should have thought about that. Next up for Team Murguia. Your car is also shot, same as the last group, right? So you're getting some overtime too. And, think through how are you going to make these ends meet? Your overtime and your car problems all balance out. Next up. Oh no, Team Griswold, you've been fired too. Oh, what do you think? What are their chances, Mr. Slater? Are they going to be able to survive this outcome?
I think right now Congress has not even been able to figure out whether they're going to be extending unemployment benefits, and it's a mess. It's a total mess.
Oh, well, good luck to you. The 4 of you are competing against each other, so you got 2 unemployed groups. I don't know. We'll see who comes out of this section. To the north now. Team Miller. Congratulations. You've also gotten a $3,400 check from the government, and your father has also died. Enjoy the trip down to Georgia. It ought to be nice this time of year, but pick a nice casket. I hope you can. And our condolences, of course, on his passing. For Team Manriquez. All right. So Team Manriquez has decided that they don't want to live on this little money forever. And so one member of their family, the one who's not working, has decided to go back to school to finish their nursing degree at Elmhurst College. And you got a full ride scholarship, which was pretty unlikely. And you can even accept some financial aid up to $5,000 per year. However, the classes are during the day while your spouse is working. Ms. Steinmeier, any thoughts on how they can handle that challenge?
I mean, the childcare expenses are enormous. I'm wondering about transportation too, and other fees associated aside from tuition that might come into play here.
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge. We'll see if they can work their way up in the world. Next up, for Team Martin. Oh, great. You have a part-time job with Grubhub. You're now making an extra $8,000 a year for the hours that you are available to work. But if you don't have a car, Oh, you're going to have to buy one now and check out all those different welfare benefits to make sure you still are eligible. What do you think, Mr. Slateshirt? Will that end up helping them or hurting them?
Well, I don't know, but I just hope that if they're ever delivering to my place, they put the food where it's supposed to go.
I'm sure you'll tip them well, though, right? That extra 50 cents matters.
Yeah, yeah.
Indeed, indeed. Well, congratulations, Team Hanson. You got the exact same dilemma. You also now work for Grubhub for an extra $8,000 a year. Ms. Steinmeier, do you think they're prepared to handle this?
Something I have yet to see in a budget is car maintenance, and I'm wondering how that's going to factor in here.
It is intriguing. Will this actually make them more money, or are they going to lose it all along the way? All right, now to our last region, down south. For Team Geezer, congratulations. You also now have 2 incomes. Both spouses are working for Amazon, the same shifts, but the same childcare questions. Ooh, that's going to be an interesting one to handle. Maybe you can team up with someone else who's also looking for some childcare right now. All right, now on to Team Zawaki. Oh no! Oh, well, you were out at the local park having a nice, cheap entertainment period with your kids. Your apartment burned down. At least you did get that $3,400 government relief check. Oh, Mr. Slater, what do you think? Are they going to bounce back?
Well, I sure hope that they had opted for apartment insurance in the last couple of rounds, because if they didn't, serious problems, shelter life coming.
Oh, that is indeed a reality. All right. For Team Gibbons, congratulations. You're also going back to nursing school. You know, in the end, this might work out well for you, but are you going to make it that far? Or the few years of all this stress and money going to cost you too much? Now, on to Team Davila. Oh, another apartment fire. This was so unlikely. The 2 of you would burn down. Wow, that's going to be real tough. You do have that $3,400, but hopefully you also have renter's insurance. Ms. Steinmeier, what do you think? What is the strain on a family and having to look for a new apartment and all new things?
I'm thinking about the cost and time and hours worked on top of the expense if they don't have apartment insurance. Their lost income, just taking time to resolve this.
Indeed, indeed. All right, well, on to our wild card team, Team Stalick. Oh, they also have a very talented child who's showing promise in soccer. The question is, are they going to have to squash the dreams of their wonderful 7-year-old child, or are they going to be able to find money somehow by working for Uber Eats to make all those ends meet? All right. With that, everyone is set for the next round. There'll be directions up for you to figure out all the rules of the road. But any closing thoughts, Ms. Steinmeier, Ms. Slatchard, on what we should see coming in this next chaotic round?
Good luck to our teams. We're proud of all of you guys, seeing lots of great work and looking forward to seeing what you come up with.
That's right. I share those good wishes. Good luck, guys. Make sure that you're really dealing with the challenges, because we're looking to hear on your videos what you're really doing with these.
That's right. We want to see who can make the best out of what life has thrown at them. That's the real test here. Who can bounce back the best, not necessarily who'll have the most money at the end. Right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Remember, on Morality Madness Poverty Edition, the worst is still yet to come. Thank you and take care. Good night.